Hi everyone, it's maths time again. Guess what I've been asked to do? I've been asked to make some bags for a fete. Not the actual bags, but to make up some little fruit bags, dried fruit, for a fete. So I've got some dried fruit here. I've counted them all out and I'll show you how many I've got. And we need to make a certain amount in each bag. It doesn't matter if I have any left over, but I have to make sure that whenever I fill a bag, it has a certain amount. Otherwise, the people who buy it, do you think they would be very happy if they got a little bit less? No, they need to have the same amount in each bag. So I'll show you the fruit. So this is my fruit that I have. I've got how many different kinds of fruit here? I know that I've got 5 piles. You can see that by your sabotizing skills. But how many different kinds? Some of you said 5, some of you said 4. It's 4. Definitely 4. Because we have bananas, some yummy banana chips. They are dehydrated. Yum. And what are these? Does anyone know what they are? They are dates, that's right. These ones? Yes, they are apricots, dried apricots. And I wonder if anyone can guess what this is. These were in longer pieces. They're about this big. Does anyone know what they might have been? Or they are pieces of mango. These are mango. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 different types of fruit, dried fruit. That's right. Now, I've put these ones into piles because I've counted them. I've counted them into groups of 10. So I know this amount here is 10, this is 10, and so on, 10 and 10. And this is some more that I have. And I know that in the middle group I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces of fruit left over. So I've got 10, 20. How many do you think there is going to be altogether? I wonder. All right, let me check then. 10, 20, 30, 40, and I had 6. So it's 46. That's right. So I've got 46 pieces of fruit. And they have told me that they want to have 10 pieces. Doesn't really matter. Just a little bit of a mix. Doesn't have to be the same amount of different types of fruit. Doesn't have to be 2 of this, 2 of this, and 2 of this. Just has to be a mix, but there has to be 10 in each pack. So what do you think? How many packs do you think that I'm going to be able to make? Maybe stop the video while I'm starting to make it. I'll be here making things. You stop the video and I'll start packing. See if you can guess how many bags there are going to be. Well, how are you going? Did you guess any particular amount? I'm putting in 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Look at that, my skip counting has really come in handy there, making it so much faster. How many do I have so far? I've got 2. All right, let me see. How many do I have now? That's right, I have 3 bags. And how many were in each bag? That's right, 10. All right, I'll keep on going. Okay, I have another bag. Now, do you think I have enough to make another bag? What do you think? How many do I need to make a bag? I need 10, don't I? And how many do I have? If I put them like this, can you sabotage them? I have 6. So I don't have enough to make a whole bag. I might be able to eat them. I think they might let me. So how many did we have to begin with? We had 46. So we know that 46 into, with 10 in each bag, makes 4 groups with some left over, 6. I wonder how many more would I have needed? That's a tricky question. You think so? That's something that you can explore. So we know that 46 divided into bags with 10 in each, you end up with 4 bags with 6 left over. So if I hadn't had those 6 and I wanted to say I had 40 to start with, that would be 40 put into groups that had 10, which made how many groups? That's right, 4. So, with my lolly bags here, how can we write a story about what we discovered today? So, we are dividing once again. And this time, we are grouping. Last time we were sharing, this time we are grouping. And we are grouping them in my bags into 10s. So we have 10 in each bag. Now, who remembers what was the big number that we started with? That's right. Yep, you got it. 46. Quite a big number. That is getting up to 50, isn't it? So we had 46 and we divided them with groups of 10. So in each group there was 10. And then we find that that equals 4 bags, and there is a remainder. So we have some bits left over. There is remainder 6. Now that's a bit tricky. If we were to make it a simple sentence, we might just start with 40, because we know that without these remaining, it is 40. So if you wanted to do a simple one, we would have 40 and divided by 10 in each group, we would end up with how many bags? 4. So 40 pieces of fruit divided, grouped into bags of 10, we equal, that ends up with 4 groups. So that's kind of tricky. But when you go to discover and explore things that are in your classroom, you may find that when you are making your groups, you might have some cars, or you might have some dominoes, some balls, marbles, whatever it is. You grab a whole heap and you think of a number. You might grab your dice, roll the dice and say, okay, what does the dice tell me is going to be in each group? And then you might have containers, like I had containers for my fruit the other day, some little bowls. You might have bowls, or you might have paper. You might have coloured pieces of paper that you put them on. Whatever it is, you need to separate them into some groups. And in each group, that dice is going to tell you how many is supposed to be in that group. So if you roll a 6, how many is going to be in your bag or in your bowl? That's right, it's going to be 6. So you might have 6 cars, and you roll the dice and you have to make 6 in a pile. You might want to stack them up on top of each other like a big construction, see if you can balance them and see how many groups you would end up with. I wonder if you had 6 cars and you had to make a stack of 6, how many stacks would you have? How many groups of cars? You might do, I think, you might only end up with 1 stack. That's right. So in this one, in grouping, it's not where we share each to each other. We are actually making an amount that you set for each group. So we are making sure that each group has a certain number. So it's your challenge now to find things, whether it's at home or in your classroom, and get your dice out. Or if you don't have dice, maybe you have some cards that you can flip that tells you magically what that number is. And remember, we are not trying to share these out equally. We are looking for a number that has to be in each group. So you might end up with that bit left over, what we call a remainder, and that's okay. And you can write it like I have, or you can write it just as an R and have leftover, or you can just tell the teacher, oh look teacher, this is how much I got, but then I've also got this bit left over. You might make a video just like I did. However you do it, have a look at your number that is supposed to be in each group and have lots of fun looking at and noticing the maths that you make today. All right, well, until next time.